I am Kay Bella, and I am the host of Bella Talks, and this is where we talk about fitness, fashion, finance, and life. And I have a tremendous person on the show. I want to say I met him at Quality Life Center at one of the events, and I am here to introduce to you guys George Torres, and he is the owner of Blended Cultures. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate the tremendous. Watch out now. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Listen, if you ain't calling me tremendous or better, just
Exactly. It's
stop
nothing
it.
less than tremendous.
I know that's
because you're doing big
Shoot.
things in the community.
Bless. It's a beautiful thing. Bless. Toast to that. Cheers to that. Big things for the community.
With the introduction, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is George Torres. I am the owner, founder of the marketing, promotion, and events company, Blended Cultures. But before I get into that, I want to give a quick shout out to Smash Entertainment, the Empowerment Movement, MGS Design. Y'all be sure to come out February 19th to the Slowdown event. Check out the sponsorship packages. Great moment, opportunity to market and promote your company, your movement, whatever it is that you're doing. They have great packages. So get with Victor Rios of Smash Entertainment. What's all the details, sponsorship opportunities, everything going on and popping. And that's it. Thank you so much. And shout out to Coco Bella for having me here for Show Shot, for giving me a shout. She hit me up and hey, listen, you're a shaker and a mover in the community. Let's chop it up.
Popping.
So I definitely appreciate.
The Slow Down event, you do not want to miss out because I went to the first one and I had a blast. Big things. Yes. Good vibe, good food, good drinks, good people. You do not want to miss out. So go to it. How did they get tickets? Do they get tickets or do they pay at the door?
Yeah, Eventbrite is tickets. Get with Victor Rios if you're interested in sponsoring Eventbrite for the tickets. Victor Rios, they renegotiated the whole thing, so we have more space of the restaurant.
Okay.
The restaurant really went all in and all out to accommodate all of Victor Rios' requests.
Okay.
So there's going to be a grill outside, the menu inside, bar outside. It's definitely going to be a bigger production than the first time around.
So that's big because the first one was lit.
Yes,
so that's a really big deal. Really big deal. Yeah. So tell us about yourself on the personal level. I know you said that you're owner of Blended Culture, but you're a dad too.
Yeah.
So how does that work with being a business owner?
Let's be real. If I'm gonna be real about my dadhood, right? Because I'm not gonna talk about just the good parts of being a dad.
Right.
Because there's people out there that be like, "Yo, I remember the first time when you was a dad."
Right.
So I got a 21-year-old. I got a 28-year-old that I missed the mark as far as time with her. You know what I mean? I missed the mark. Let's just do it like that. And I wasn't there the way I was supposed to be because I was 21 and I was chasing the world. Right. So my 28-year-old, I robbed her of that time. So then came 4 more 10 years later, and they were back to back. And I made it my business to not lose no time. I made it my business not to inflict that. I didn't want to repeat that and instill that into 4 more. And then multiply that times 5. That can multiply times
whatever. Yeah, of course.
So so that's the realness about my fatherhood. I missed the mark on the first one, and then I was blessed with the opportunity that she reached out to me and she was like, "Yo, we need to chop it up. We need to get to know each other." So I was blessed with the opportunity of a second chance. You know what I'm saying? And she was 25, and she wasn't 25 when she reached out. She reached out before that, but at the age of 25, we hung out, had a couple drinks. Me and my daughter went out to the water, and she let me have it.
She let you have it?
She let me have it. She gave me a good tongue lashing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I accepted it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
But I feel like as a father, sometimes, well, as parents, we don't allow our kids to vent. We don't allow our kids to express themselves, because at the end of the day, they're still people. When they get older, they're their own adult.
Right, exactly.
So, like you said, that was a good thing that you accepted the tongue lashing and did know, okay, this is how you feel, and I accept it.
I mean, there was no cursing, there was no F-bombs being thrown or whatever, but she let me know, yo, listen, you missed the mark, homie. You know what I'm saying? At the age of, I think, you know, I forgot when it was that we were constantly in communication. Maybe, you know, maybe mid-high school or something like that. But 10 years later, you know, we went to Orlando for, you know, family and all of that. And it was hers and my turn to be alone. And she let me know, you missed the mark, homie. And, you know, and that was, so my younger children were already here, born, and I was already making it my business not to miss the mark. Even before my daughter told me, you missed the mark. I made it my business not to miss the mark. So that's the realness of my fatherhood. You know what I mean? It wasn't always, I didn't have a manual. I fumbled the first one, and then I was blessed to be able to recover it. You know, she blessed me with that. And so I'm gonna talk to all of y'all fathers out there right quick. Listen, don't miss the mark, and don't fumble the second chance. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't reach out to you for the second chance, you go look for that second chance. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's my fatherhood, and I love it. I love being a father. I love, you know, the whole thing. You know, they were involved with me with Blended Cultures. You know, I love it. Daddy's life is good because I learned about me too. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to learn you to be able to be good for someone else, and that's including kids.
Right, exactly.
So yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. I love it.
So with that, how does that mesh with Blended Cultures? How are you able to balance it?
So, you know, I get them involved. I get them involved. You know, when I was doing events, they were involved and all of that. You know, I got my son involved. I did a whole photo shoot for my son. We were marketing and promoting a store in Lehigh Acres. GQ's boutique. That's where I get all my suits at. When y'all see me fresh.
Yes, you should see him because he be fresh to death.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, appreciate it, blessed. So that's where I go. You know, we booked a whole photo shoot over there to do some marketing for him. So I just get them involved. I get them involved, and I speak to them. You know, they're teenagers. They're 18, 17, 15. I speak to them, and I let them know, yo, listen, this is my passion. This is my future. This is how I'm going to get off these people's time clock. This is how I'm going to buy my time back. And the more I can buy my time back, the more time I have, you know, to share with y'all. When you know, and this can be a stepping stone for y'all to be able to purchase your time back and do what you want to do. You see, so it's, you know, to me, it's not about Blended Cultures making me rich. To me, it's about how much time is Blended Cultures going to give me back, so then I can give it back to Blended Cultures.
That's a powerful word. It's not about being rich. It's because time is way more valuable than money.
For sure.
So that is very powerful that you said that.
So, you know, I'm not really, everybody got to pay the bills. Bills got to get paid. But I'm not trying to get rich off of, you know, 10, 4, 5 clients and retire in 2-5 years. That's not what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? It's not that. This is about me putting time into Blended Cultures, so Blended Cultures can free me, so I can put more of my time back into Blended Cultures. Because right now, you know, the system's time clock takes 10 to 16 hours out of my day.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I work on Saturdays too. You know what I mean? Because, but I'm not mad. I'm blessed because I have that opportunity.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm blessed because I have that vigor in me, that go-getter in me. I'm blessed. I'm not complaining. What I'm saying is that I'm giving the contrast so people understand what's he saying, buying his time back. I want to take my time off their time clock and put it on mine.
Right.
Because my time clock consists of my people, my community.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I've been putting my time into the community on my time, on my dime.
Right.
And I'm not mad about that either. What I'm saying is, it's time for me to get off the time clock, so I can put my time back to my people. And that's what it's about for me.
So, with Blended Cultures, how did it all start? I want to know, like, everything. How did it start? Where did the name come from? And why did you start it? So
Blended Cultures is a safe place for me. That's the original, because Puerto Rico, we're all different shades in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico, you know, it's the darkest Puerto Rican out there with, you know, for the lack of better terms, Black American hair, features, and all of that. We have that. That's there. And we have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
That's there too. So it was a safe place. And then I went to New York, and it was the same thing. It was Haitians, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Italians, all on the same block.
Yep.
That environment wasn't here in Florida at that time. It's 1990, 1991. That environment, it's now that it's starting to, you know, be more integrated. But that's not the environment that was here when I came here at 13 years old.
Yep.
And I had some racial encounters from both sides because there was a very lack of understanding of culture, different cultures. Right. So, coming from Puerto Rico, a safe place with all different shades and colors, coming from New York with all different ethnicities, and then coming to Florida to feel that type of
it's like
tension.
a culture shock.
And, you know, I called my father. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I can't be here. This is wild. You know
I can't be here. Come pick me up now.
Yeah, so listen, I'm going to tell you the date. I remember the date. It was June 19th, 1990. That's how saved I felt. That I remember the date of that plane ticket. June 19th, 1990.
And isn't that Juneteenth? Is that Juneteenth?
Look at that.
June 19th?
I didn't even know
That's
that.
crazy.
I didn't even know that.
That's crazy.
I wish I could find that plane ticket because that's what I remember that day. It was to MacArthur Airport. They didn't even take me to LaGuardia Airport. They took me to MacArthur Airport that's closer to my father's house.
Wow.
I remember this day. You see what I'm saying? Because it was just on both sides. And that's when I learned that thing about the train tracks, it's real.
Yes.
That's when I learned that.
Because 1990 here, I think 91, that's when they finally turned Anderson Avenue into MLK. So 91. So you got like the very end of Anderson Avenue.
So I was in Jacksonville at the time.
Oh, you were in Jacksonville. So you weren't even here yet.
Which was even worse because you're right there next to Georgia. And
yes. You're right there.
Like, that's when I learned that crossing the track thing was for real life. Like, I had no idea. I thought that was like some kind of, you know, stuff that I saw in the movies.
A stereotype or like something that made up and it's way back in the day.
No, this real life. And that's when I learned that in 1990, that thing crossing the tracks was real. So, you know, I had an experience on both sides of the tracks. Yeah.
The tracks.
I had you know what I'm saying?
The tracks.
And I called my father on the way home. I was like, yo, and it was about a girl. I went to visit a girl, and she had the whole Erykah Badu with the eyes and I wasn't seeing nothing. I wasn't seeing you. All I know is that girl is over there, and she want to see me. I ain't seeing none of y'all, right? So, you know, so I went, and it was an encounter, boom, boom. After the encounter, I'm walking home, another encounter, and I just called my father. I was like, yo, these people crazy. I gotta go.
Wow.
I can't be here. I got to go. So I went back to a place where the cultures were blended. That was my safe place. That was my safe place. So later on, now I'm doing open mic nights with a gentleman here in the city, so on and so forth, and I came up with the concept of a fashion show and call it Blended Cultures, because we were marketing and promoting different businesses, you know, different talents and so on and so forth. So what happened was I learned the meaning of the word culture. Us as American, immediately we attach the word culture to race. And that's where we're missing the mark at, because the thing is, there's culture practices that doesn't necessarily attach itself with a race. Right? So, like, for instance, Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico. There's a lot of culture practices in Puerto Rico that are African. But we don't come from the continent Africa. We're not born there or whatever, but we still have some culture practices.
Got it.
Right? So what I said was, let me take this word culture back to its meaning and take it away from race. So Blended Cultures is basically a place where every culture, every industry goes to get marketing and promotion, whether you're a violinist, whether you're a singer, whether you're a mime, whether you're a fashionista, whether you're a mechanic, a plumber, it doesn't matter. There's a plumber culture. All the plumbers talk the same. They use the same tools. They use the same parts. All the fashionistas, they know the same terms and they know the latest styles. All the violinists know all the same violins. And so these are all individual cultures by language and practice. And words. So Blended Cultures originated from a bad pressing experience that had me to seek my safe place and then take this word that was being misused and let me use this word to unify us. Let me use this word to unify us, because this word is being used to separate us. Immediately we say culture, we're thinking it's black, it's Puerto Rican, it's white.
You're absolutely right. And I love the way that you broke it down and made it make sense, because even myself, when I think of culture, I do think of race.
Exactly. But it's because of the English language. It's because of the American culture programmed us like that. So
you're absolutely right. So, I love the breakdown of
it. Let me talk about the logo, because I attempt to put into motion has to have some sort of substance, right? So even the logo has definition and concrete substance. Every color on here, every star is associated with royal colors. So if you Google royal colors, you're gonna find all these colors. All these colors also are high frequency colors, all the colors. Right, so then you have the gold fence around the Blended. This is our gold fence. This is our safe place. We are surrounded by gold. There's excellence in here. And if you come through the right door or the left door, if you're a rightist or a leftist, it doesn't matter. When you come in here, when you come inside this band, it's what we do. We blend in cultures. We're not coming with any type of separatism when you come into this logo.
Got it.
So that's what that's the breakdown of the logo.
And now, because if you can't see it, I'll have his logo on the screen so you can see exactly what he is talking about. But I love the breakdown. I love everything about it. It makes sense. It all ties together. We can tell you really put some deep thought into everything that you do.
I'm just that type of dude, man. I'm for real about community. You know, if you break the word down, community is come in unity. Community. You know what I'm saying? So, if we're gonna talk that community life, let's be about that community life.
Right. And I'm glad you said that, because a lot of us, we say that we're with the community, but when you see their actions, it's very separate.
It's clicks.
Yes.
It's
And
clicks.
it's just like, okay, so are you really for the community, or are you just clicking up with people to try to get $1?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm glad you said that, because like you said, you're not here to get rich, but you're here to build on community and to build your brand in the community to make it a better place.
For sure.
And when you do something you love and you do something with a positive background, the money will come.
Hello.
It will come. And if you do something you love, it's not work.
Okay, for sure.
So
Both of those right there. Both of those. That's a whole shirt right there.
Right.
For real. For real. That's a whole shirt.
So it's like, stop chasing $1, because
sure.
when you chase $1, you get tired.
Yeah.
And you get burnt out and you don't want to do it anymore.
Yep.
So when you do what you love and you do it with a purpose and a
Yes.
passion,
Yeah.
you're not working. And you
Right.
can do it with no money, no nothing, because eventually it's gonna come.
It's gonna come. Listen, I've been funding blended cultures out of my pocket for 2 to 3 years, and you know, it's still a joy to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a joy to me because it has substance, because it's everything that I just shared with y'all.
Right.
Why not feed something? And I'm not trying to big myself up or whatever, so on and so forth, because it wasn't me. That was spirit that put all of that in me.
Right.
Like
Right.
there's a power and authority above me that said, here, I'm gonna drop that in you. This is how you feel about it. This is how you're gonna do it, so on and so forth. And every day that you go along, I'm gonna give you new ideas.
Yes. So you're inspired to do this.
And that's it. My first 2 events was the Flavor of Lehigh Acres and Springfest, and they were during COVID, right? And you know, people were getting laid off and fired and all kind of stuff, and you know, people were. It was the beginning of COVID, and it was a mess, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I had just first moved to Lehigh, and I said, man, what can I do here in this city to do our own stimulus?
Right. Right.
Get these stimulus checks. What can we do here? So I'm riding around in Lehigh, and I'm like, there ain't nothing but food trucks out here.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing but food trucks out here. So I created a food truck, festival, and each food truck, they were battling against each other for $500, and I had judges and all of that, and it was a wonderful event. I sponsored a young man that was on, a young man posted him on Facebook. He was out damn near in the woods selling iced tea. I sponsored him. I put him on. He ended up getting on the news. All this stuff. Boom, boom. I got there was a sponsor here in Fort Myers. She sponsored him, got him tickets, tents, and all of that. This young man, lemonade, $2 cups of lemonade. He went home with $500. Came in for the free. I sponsored his spot, a restaurant here down the street. Sponsored his tent, his T-shirt. The news came out to see him. This young man, 12 years old, made $500.
12?
Yes, 12 years old, made $500. So it was great. It was great, and it was a time, and you know, that's the person that made the least amount of money. At this
Really?
event.
12-year-old making $500, and that was the
the least. These food trucks went home with a good chunk of change. A lot of people went home with a good chunk of change.
Wow.
So that is blended cultures, and there was all kind of foods there. Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Cuban. It was everything there. Mexican. It was everything there.
And back around that time, everybody was looking for
something to do, a way to make money.
Yes,
So
because we was kind of like in the house, stuck, didn't know what was going on, didn't know where the world was going to turn. Like we were just kind of in limbo.
It was performers out there. I had a band out there, DJ. Caribbean Groove came out to jam. Of course, safety was top of the line. I had tables set up with disposable mask and sanitizer and all of that. So safety was on top of the line. The Lee County Sheriff Department did a couple, swoops around because I invited them. The fire department, rescue department was out there because I invited them. So, that is what I'm doing. That's
a big deal. People don't realize this. All right. So with all that being said, what should we see from you in the future from Blended Cultures?
So I'm speaking, I'm praying, I'm requesting, and I'm preparing Blended Cultures to do a major production. I want a major comedic act here in Fort Myers, Florida. Her name is her name is Ida Rodriguez.
Okay.
And she's Puerto Rican and she's Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
And she and I can identify with her because she speaks of the issues with colorism in our people.
Right.
So this is how I go back to Ida Rodriguez. She tackles that topic and subject and that culture with comedy.
Yeah, you gotta laugh about it sometimes.
You know, and that is, you know, yeah, I did events and I've done open mic nights. I did two. Honestly, I can call the two events that I did, I could step them up to festivals because it was way more than an event. Like every corner was hit. Performances, safety, accommodations, photo booth, live bands, live music, food. Blended Cultures put on a festival, right? So now I did open mic nights, I did festivals. Now it's time to do a major high production.
Okay.
So, in 3 to 5 years, I'm prayed up, I'm drinking water and eating fruit, and sometimes I still act a fool on Facebook, but I'm cleaning myself up and I'm working towards the opportunities where this major production can be financed.
Okay.
And not only can it be financed, we can actually make it happen so I can put on local acts to open up for Ida Rodriguez. Not by my own might. By the power and authority and the words and the life that I put in it, it's gonna come.
Okay.
It's gonna come. I know it's gonna come. You know how I know it's gonna come? Because I'm happy right now talking about it. There's joy in me talking about it right now. So I know it's gonna come.
I like it. I like the energy. It's a big deal.
Bless. Thank you much. So listen, every event that I do, everything that I do must have some sort of substance in it. Like, bless for everybody that's making it their own way. Whether, murder music is what I call it. If you're making it in murder music, that's your thing. If you however it is that you making it, fine, that's your thing, right? But the way Blended Cultures is gonna make it is with substance. Everything needs to have a reason behind the comedy. It has to have a reason behind the music. It has to have a reason behind the festival. It needs to take us another step on the ladder. As a community, black or brown or white. As long as we all in unison and we all respect each other, like we can really get everybody off these people time clock.
Right.
Or off the system time clock.
Right.
So, everything and that's everything must be done with substance, concrete.
So when you see him promoting events, just know that it's very well thought of. It has something behind it. So that should motivate you even more to go out and support him with these events, because it's not just something that got thrown together and he's just putting it out there just to say he's behind it or put his name on it. He thinks it out very thoroughly. He has something behind it. It's a reasoning behind why he's doing it. So please support him. And let us know how we can get in contact with you on social media.
For sure. So it's Blended Cultures USA everywhere. BlendedCulturesUSA.com, Blended Cultures USA Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Right? So Blended Cultures USA on all platforms. And I also do marketing and promotion for other people. So if they have events going on, so on and so forth. The thing is, murder music is not my thing. So I'm telling you right now, bless you for everything that you're doing, but I will not market or promote murder music. So don't call, because I'm not gonna do it.
That's fair. everybody has their own thing that they want to do, so that's fair.
Yeah,
it is
but
what it is.
I do market and promote other people, and and I post it all over the place, and I also have a show coming up, and so on and so forth. We made a theme song for it, and
oh wow,
yeah, we made with Melinda Blue Note. She made she was singing. It was a beautiful experience how it came together. So yeah, just man, listen, I'm doing things like you, big things, just getting shows and putting people's name out there. This is what we doing. This is what we need to do.
And like, I just feel everybody has their own audience, everybody has their own clientele, so nobody should think that, oh, because you doing it, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's not like, yeah, we have a small community, but we all can work together. We all can feed off each other. It's like we're in this together. And like you said, if we take that mentality, we can probably get off of the, punching in, punching out. If everybody support one another.
If everybody support one another. So 3 to 4 years ago, I checked the population of Fort Myers, Florida. I Googled Fort Myers, Florida population. Mm-hmm. At that time, it was in the hundreds of thousands. That was 4 years ago. I think it was close to 300,000 just in Fort Myers alone. That's not Cape Coral, that's not Lehigh, the neighboring cities. That's not North Fort Myers, that's not South Fort Myers.
So that's just in Fort Myers.
That's just Fort
period.
Myers, yes. Fort Myers was almost 300,000 people alone. There is no competition in this city.
No, it's not.
You have no competition. You have none. You have Fort Myers that has almost 3,000 people in it, and then you have North Fort Myers, you have Lehigh, and then you have Cape Coral, and you have South Fort Myers. You have no competition. There's no need to be doing that. You don't have competition.
Well, when you break it down like that, it makes sense. But when you're just looking at what you see every day, it does kind of feel like it's competitive. But when you break it down in numbers, I mean, that's absolutely right. So if you just got to push harder, you got to put yourself out there. And like you said, you just got to be able to work with one another to get yourself out there. And like you said, it's no competition.
There is none. You're in a country that part of its spirit is marketing and promotion.
Yeah.
The whole spirit of America is marketing and promotion. Mm-hmm. That's all you got to do.
Yep, and I think I said this before. When you go down the bread aisle, how many businesses
it's a whole
on there?
Exactly.
And you just pick which one you want.
You pick the one that you want.
They don't separate the bread because it's different people making it. It's all on the same aisle.
Right, exactly.
So
the rain falls on the just and the unjust.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rain falls on the just and the unjust. There is no competition.
Yeah. Well, that's good words. And I will have all his tags and handles on the screen so you guys can contact him. Like he says, he does help other businesses promote their business. So please reach out to him if you have that and you want to get in touch with him. Like I said, I'm going to have all his stuff on the screen. So do you have any words for Bella Talks?
I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate you reaching out and giving me, this platform.
Oh, I had to.
Yeah, that was. I was surprised when I saw you and you was like, hey, boom, I gotta have you on the show. You doing big things. I was like, well, okay. I'm doing big things.
Now you know what?
I'm doing big things. It's Bella in my inbox. What's happening, son?
Now you
say
what?
Crazy Closets. My inbox talking about coming to my show. Come on, man. Shoot, I had to. Listen, let me tell you something, okay? I got ready like, listen, I put on 3 different colognes, 2 lotions, haircut, mask, prayed up before I got here. Please, Lord, give me all the right words to say. Like, come on, man.
You know what?
Yes,
you is doing so much, but I appreciate it.
I got ready for this platform. Much respect. I appreciate it.
And it brings me back to what you said. I do it because I want to see people in the community win. I'm not getting paid for this. I just do it because I want to see everybody win.
But at the end of the day, this is your time. This is your time that you giving to people. So there's this movie, the Black Godfather. The Black Godfather is this movie, right? And it's this elder man, and you know, I believe he's passed now, but he's been in the music industry a very long time. And all he did was make...
You know what? I seen it. It was on Netflix.
Yes, it was on Netflix. And he made phone calls and he just connected people.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my goodness. You brought that. I saw that.
The part that I love the best about this movie, the thing that stuck out the most to me was this one verse, and I'm going to chop it up and not say it verbatim, but his children said they never saw him send out an invoice, but this man was still rich.
Wow.
He didn't tell nobody what to pay him. He just worked.
Wow. And just did it, and whatever happened,
people dropped checks.
Wow.
So, you know, and this goes back to, you know, and I'm going to chop it up again. You know, listen. Regardless if people ask you, if you ask people to pay or not, they should see the quality in you and give you a token of appreciation, whether it be money, sharing on social media for 30 days.
Sharing is caring.
Bless, right? It's such a simple word that we've strayed so far from. Mm-hmm. Sharing is caring. Mm-hmm. Can I talk about social media right quick?
Yes, you can. Let's talk about social media.
Let's talk about social media right quick. Mark Zuckerberg wants money too, y'all. He want to get paid too. Mm-hmm. Mark Zuckerberg want to get paid, okay? So what happens is with social media is algorithms and all of that get slowed down and all of that, so on and so forth. If your page and your content is in heavy rotation, why does it get slowed down? Because then you don't boost. If you got that heavy rotation momentum on your own, then you don't boost. Mm-hmm. You don't purchase Facebook ads, right? He want to get paid too. If you start announcing on Facebook that your ad got 12,000 hits in one day, they're going to turn your algorithm down.
Yeah, because they want to get some piece of the pie. They want you to use them to push it. Right? So this is the thing. So if you don't have a strong following, and you didn't go viral and all of that, you know, you're subject to that system. Mm-hmm. But people, we need to do the math. How do people go viral? By people sharing it. Right.
How do we not get caught up on this whole algorithm stuff? By people. I share other event organizers, I share their content.
Yeah.
Listen. I don't care if someone's doing an R&B event or not. I'm still sharing their event. Mm-hmm. Their R&B event can be before or after mine. I don't care.
Right. I'm
sharing your event.
Right.
You're no threat to me. You're no competition to me. I want to see you eat. There's a whole audience that is waiting for you to do something. They want to know what you're doing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And such a simple word, sharing is caring. But on social media, we so...
Yes.
I don't want to.
Right. It takes nothing to share. And I'm like, what is the problem? If I see something that I like and it's something that I do, like fashion or hair or nails, like I will share it on my story. I'll share it. Like, it's nothing to share. That's not going to take nothing away from you.
Nothing at all. But fear. You know, if we allow fear to come in, scared for what? Scared for what? Listen, let me tell you something. If dude want to go to 3 rap concerts in 1 month, then that's what he's gonna do.
Right.
He gonna go to Boombatas. He's gonna go to Chanel's. He's gonna go to Papos.
Right.
Oh, they all got a rap concert. If he wanna go to all 3, he gonna go to all 3.
Exactly.
If they all fall on different dates, he gonna go through all 3. That's what he wanna do. If they all fall on the same date, he might leave one and go to the other.
And people do that all the time.
It's not that serious. Share each other content. Everybody get money.
Like he said, it's 300,000 people
in 4 miles alone. And that was 4 years ago.
Imagine getting $1 from 300,000 people. $1.
And that was 4 years ago. 4 miles in Lehigh and everything is building. Everybody building. Everybody coming here.
It's to the point where at 4 o'clock, you might as well just don't even leave work because you ain't gonna get home.
You see, for real.
And I'm like 15 minutes away from my job, and it's just like I'm not even gonna bother.
You gotta leave after 6.
Yes, I'm like, I'm not going.
I mean, we can see how the population is increasing here, people. Mm-hmm. It's not that serious. Share each other content. Everybody got. If people want to, some people got deep pockets and they want to spend it at every single event.
Exactly.
At every single store. Some people want to hold on to their money. So share each other, throw each other bait out there. Help each other out. It's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
There's too many people here.
It's too many people here.
You know, I share people's content in groups in Miami. I share people's content from groups from Sacramento, Detroit, New York, down to Miami. When I share people's according to what it is they're serving. If there's someone local that's in Detroit, or they got a gig going on in Detroit, I'll share it into Detroit groups. Mm-hmm. Same thing with New York, so on and so forth. Listen, that is a sure shot way for you to catch your blessings when you are blessing other people.
Exactly. And what I shared on my story, if you saw it with the blended cultures and Bella Talks, he did that in like, probably like 15 minutes. He was just like, oh, I'm going to put something out. So he's like really dope into doing stuff like that. And that's his calling. So reach out to him if you want marketing. Like he says, he's here for that. He says if you put stuff in people, it's going to come back to you tenfold.
For sure. And this is the thing. So I posted something the other day, and I'm going to chop it up right now because my memory. But the thing is, when I do stuff with and for people, it's mine. It's mine now. You done hired me. You done messed up because now it's mine. With all due respect, it was your show, but I took over of that ad.
He said it's his now.
It's mine now. The vision, the look, you know, the way that I presented it, now I need to behave like Bella Talks is my brand, and I want to put out nothing but greatness through excellence. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So whether it's Bella Talk or Blended Cultures or, you know, whatever brand it is you got out there, don't get scared because I say it's mine. Be glad I'm going to treat yours like it's mine.
Yeah, just like a child. If I have somebody's child, I'm going to treat it just like it's mine. So you don't got nothing to worry about.
I don't have nothing to worry about. I don't need to shine over nobody. I illuminate. I'm the light. Right. The only way you get shine is if there's light.
Right.
Right now, you see the shine from that light. I don't need to shine. I am the light. I illuminate. I don't want to shine off your name. I'm the light that throws shine on your name.
Cheers to that.
Bless.
The light. Come on now. Now, if you had anything to say to your younger self, what would it be?
If I had anything to say to my younger self was to learn you.
Yes.
Learn you. Yes. Learn you. Don't be taken by this pleasure and that pleasure. Children chase pleasures like they chase candy.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to learn me.
Yes.
I needed to slow down. That's what, if Georgito was right here in front of me, because that's what they called me when I was younger, Georgito, I would tell Georgito, slow down, learn you. Mm-hmm. Because the power and authority that I learned I have in me now, if I would have known that back then,
it would have been, yeah.
So learn you.
Yeah.
Learn you in honesty. So when y'all is talking to you, is because I have me's in here and we talk to each other. And sometimes G has to tell George to chill, and sometimes George has to tell G to chill. Okay, T.I.
and Tip.
Right. Right? So listen, when you talking to you, be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And tell you, yo, bro, you lying to yourself right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Learn you.
Yep.
And once you learn yourself in honesty, and you learn that you have power and authority,
You can't be stopped.
so that's what I would tell my younger self. Learn you and your power and authority.
Those are very powerful, awesome words. And I think I'm going to end it on that because
Bless
you had
I
I
had a whole sermon up in
the
there.
sermon. My mama in the back, like, praise dancing and everything. So I'm going to just leave it here. Like, everything is done. But I do have a shirt for you.
All right, you do.
Yes.
I got a token appreciation too. This is how y'all do it when you come on to the Bella Talk show. You bring gifts, good tidings. You bring some bread. How long we been here? 2 hours? 2 hours? That's $50. It's $25 an hour easy. Or you bring some gifts.
Listen, this is okay. So I got a Blended Cultures, and I will be wearing it.
Watch out now. That's a brand new hat
The
too.
brand
That's
Blended Cultures. I'm going to the thing. I'm gonna wear this to the R&B Slow Down.
Oh, watch out
So
now.
I'm wearing this to the Slow Down for
Watch out
sure.
now.
And see, you know what?
I'm tapped in.
He's paying it forward because my other guests are going to be able to enjoy these as well as me and my mother. But Stella Rose wine.
Hey,
'Cause
Stella
we
Rose.
sip on wine on the show. I appreciate this.
Yes,
this is a
for sure.
big deal. This is big. When I felt the bag, I'm like, it's heavy. Like, what's going on? But yeah, I definitely
For sure.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because you know I be wearing crazy closets and all of that.
I
saw me.
see you.
Stop. Yes.
Bella Talk shirt. Thank you for coming on the
yes,
show.
for
I
sure,
really
for
appreciate
sure.
you.
Yes.
It's like very, very good conversation.
Thank you. Yes.
Very good conversation.
I appreciate being here, the opportunity to speak to the people. Y'all get to learn me a little bit. Sometimes I'm poety, sometimes I'm deep, sometimes you don't understand what I'm saying, but I'll let your boy, man. Let's break it down.
Let's
chop
break
it up.
Chop it up.
For sure.
So I have George Torres
Yes.
from Blended Cultures, and I am K Bella, your host, and this is Bella Talk.